Hey everyone, welcome back to English Podcast. I'm Dan.
And I'm Anna. Hi. Wow, that felt very official.
It did, yeah, like we're reading off a script, which ironically we are.
Exactly. But today's topic is actually perfect for sounding a little unscripted.
Because we're talking about giving opinions.
Talking about opinions. Very meta.
Super meta. And honestly, I think this is one of those things people think they know how to do in English, but then they freeze.
Yes, they're like, I have an opinion. I have many opinions. But then when it's time to say it out loud, it's, I think, maybe, how do I say this without sounding rude?
Or without sounding like too strong or too weak or too dramatic.
Right, because opinions are tricky. They're not facts. You're kind of putting yourself out there.
Yeah, you're basically saying, hey, this is what's inside my brain. Please don't judge me.
And people might judge you anyway.
They might. They definitely might. But that's life.
So today, we're not arguing about opinions. We're not debating politics or pineapple on pizza.
Hey, that's not an opinion. That's a crime.
See? Strong opinion already. And that's actually a good example.
True, because the way I said that, very confident, very dramatic, communicates a lot more than just the words.
Exactly. So when we talk about giving opinions in English, we're not just talking about what you think. We're talking about how you present it.
Tone, word choice, little phrases like I think, I feel, in my opinion, all of that stuff.
And also when not to give an opinion, which is an underrated skill.
Oh yeah, knowing when to stay quiet, advanced English.
C2 level silence.
Ha, exactly. But let's start simple, like very basic. Imagine someone asks you, what do you think about online learning?
Classic question.
And you probably do have an opinion. But if you answer with, online learning is bad, that's a lot.
It's very strong, very absolute, like boom, end of discussion.
And people might react emotionally to that, even if you didn't mean it that way.
So instead, English speakers often soften opinions. They wrap them in like bubble wrap.
Yeah, we love cushioning our thoughts.
So you might say, I think online learning can be challenging, or in my experience, online classes don't always work well for me.
And that tiny phrase, for me, does a lot of work.
It really does. It's like saying, hey, I'm not attacking your opinion. This is just my personal experience.
Which makes the listener relax. They're like, oh, okay, we're safe.
Right. And that's important culturally too, especially in English-speaking context where directness can sometimes sound aggressive.
Not always, but often, especially in casual conversation or at work.
Work is a big one, like in meetings.
Oh gosh, meetings are opinion minefields.
Totally. You don't usually say, this idea is terrible.
Unless you want chaos.
Instead, you say something like, I'm not sure this approach will work, or I have some concerns about this idea.
Which sounds polite, thoughtful, but it still is an opinion.
And it's still clear. That's the key. Soft doesn't mean unclear.
Yes, thank you for saying that, because learners sometimes go too soft and then no one knows what they think.
They're like, maybe, possibly, it could perhaps be not ideal in some situations.
And everyone's like, so do you like it or not?
Exactly. So giving opinions is about balance, confidence, plus politeness.
And also honesty, because if you don't really believe what you're saying, it sounds weird.
Yeah, people can tell. There's a lot of and well and nervous laughter.
Which, don't get me wrong, fillers like and well are normal.
Oh, totally. Native speakers use them all the time.
But they're different from hiding.
Yes, fillers can actually give you time to think, like, well, I think that's normal.
And it sounds human. Robotic English with no pauses. Terrifying.
Slightly unsettling, yeah.
So maybe let's model this. I'll give an opinion and you tell me how it sounds.
Okay, I'm ready.
I think learning grammar rules first is the best way to learn English.
Ooh, okay, that's an opinion, but it's pretty strong. The best way.
Yeah, I felt powerful saying that.
You should, but if you wanted to sound more open, you could say, for me, learning grammar rules first really helped.
Ah, so now it's clearly my experience, not a universal truth.
Exactly, and people who hate grammar won't immediately attack you.
That's good. I'd like to avoid being attacked.
Always a good goal.
So already, just in the first few minutes, we've seen that giving opinions isn't just vocabulary, it's strategy.
Strategy, culture, psychology, feelings.
So many feelings.
So many feelings, and we're just getting started. Okay, so building on that idea of strategy, because yes, we are strategists now, I think another big part of giving opinions is how strong you make them.
Oh, yeah. Opinion volume control.
Exactly, like a dial. You can turn it up or way down,
Or accidentally break the dial and shout your opinion at everyone.
which we've all done at least once.
At least once. Usually about something unimportant, like movies.
Oh my gosh, yes. Movies, TV shows, food?
Coffee. Coffee opinions are intense.
Very intense. Okay, so let's talk about degrees of opinion, because English has lots of phrases that show strength.
Right. Like on the strong end, you have things like, I'm convinced that, or I strongly believe.
Or there's no doubt that. That's basically saying, I am correct, the end.
Which is risky. Sometimes appropriate, but risky.
Very. And then on the softer side, you've got, I tend to think, or it seems to me that.
Or I might be wrong, but
That one is interesting because you're already lowering expectations.
yeah, you're like, please don't fight me. I come in peace.
Exactly. And learners often ask, why do English speakers say, I might be wrong, if they're not wrong?
Because we're scared.
Because we're polite.
Also scared.
Both can be true.
So choosing the strength of your opinion depends on the situation. Like, are you with friends, at work, in class?
Or online. Online is a whole different universe.
Oh no. Online opinions, that's the Wild West.
No rules, no mercy. But let's stay in real life conversations for now. Imagine you're in a group discussion in English class.
And you say, studying alone is better, period.
That's okay, but it might shut down the conversation.
Exactly. But if you say, personally, I prefer studying alone because I can focus better, now people can respond.
They might say, oh, interesting, or I disagree, I like groups.
And disagreement isn't bad, that's important.
Yes, disagreeing doesn't mean conflict, it means conversation.
But only if opinions are framed well.
Right, if someone says you're wrong, that's not ideal.
Unless you're joking. Even then, risky.
Very risky. So another key skill is responding to opinions.
Oh, good point, because giving opinions doesn't happen in a vacuum.
Exactly. You give an opinion, someone reacts. Maybe they agree, maybe they don't.
And learners often panic when someone disagrees.
They're like, oh no, I did English wrong.
But disagreement is normal. Native speakers disagree all the time.
Politely, usually.
Usually. So if someone says, I think studying alone is better, you don't have to say you are incorrect.
You can say, I see what you mean, but I actually prefer studying in groups.
That phrase, I see what you mean, is magical.
It really is. It shows listening and respect.
Even if you completely disagree.
Even if you hate group work with a passion.
Especially then.
So opinions plus empathy, that's the combo.
And this applies to everyday small talk too. Like someone says, I think winter is the best season.
Wild opinion, but okay.
And you can say, really? I'm more of a summer person. Light, friendly.
You're not attacking winter lovers.
Not today.
Another thing learners struggle with is interrupting politely when giving opinions.
Oh yes, because conversations are messy. People talk over each other.
And if you wait for the perfect pause, you'll never speak.
You'll be silent forever.
So phrases like, can I jump in for a second? Or just to add something.
Or even, yeah, I agree, and I think that's a smooth entry.
Very smooth, like conversational parkour.
Nice metaphor, but interruptions can feel rude in some cultures.
True, but in English conversations, especially casual ones, light interruptions are normal.
As long as your tone is friendly.
Tone is everything. You can say the same words and sound kind or awful.
For example, I disagree versus I disagree.
Yeah, one sounds thoughtful, the other sounds sarcastic.
So when giving opinions, don't just think about grammar, think about music.
Music?
Yeah, rhythm, intonation, pauses. Well, I'm not totally sure, but I think...
That pause makes it sound reflective, not aggressive.
Exactly. Silence can be powerful.
Wow, deep.
I know. Didn't expect that from me either.
So to sum, oh wait, we're not summing up.
Nope, no summaries. We're just talking.
Right, just talking about opinions and how complicated and kind of fun they are.
So, something else that comes up a lot when we talk about giving opinions is fear, like real fear.
Oh, yeah, fear is a big one, especially for learners.
Because when you give an opinion, you're not just practicing English, you're showing personality.
Exactly, and that's scary in any language.
I mean, even in my native language, there are times I'm like, do I really want to say this?
Same, especially in groups where you don't know people well.
Right. And learners often think, what if I say it wrong? What if I sound stupid?
Or what if people misunderstand my opinion and think I'm rude?
Which does happen sometimes, to be fair.
It does, but that's part of learning. And honestly, native speakers are usually pretty forgiving.
Usually, especially if they can hear that you're trying.
And one way to reduce that fear is to use what I like to call opinion shields.
Opinion shields? That sounds like something from a video game.
I know, right? Like plus 100 politeness.
Okay, I'm listening.
Opinion shields are phrases that protect you. Things like, this might just be me, but, or I don't know if everyone agrees, but.
Oh, yeah, those phrases basically say, please be gentle with me.
Exactly, and they're very common in spoken English.
And they buy you time, which is huge.
Time to think, time to breathe, time to form the sentence.
And time to calm your nerves because when you're nervous, your brain just stops.
It absolutely does. Suddenly you forget every word you've ever learned.
Even the.
Especially the.
So starting an opinion with a soft phrase can help. Like, I haven't thought about this a lot, but.
Which is honest, and honesty sounds natural.
And no one expects a perfect academic opinion in casual conversation.
Yes, that's such an important point. Spoken opinions are often messy.
Very messy. Half sentences, restarts, fillers.
I think, well, actually, no, maybe. That's normal.
And learners sometimes think that's bad English.
But it's actually real English.
Exactly. So if you're giving an opinion and you change your mind halfway through, great.
That shows you're thinking.
And you can say that out loud. Like, actually, now that I think about it.
That phrase is gold. Use it.
Another thing, opinions don't have to be deep.
Yes, thank you.
People feel pressure to sound intelligent.
But sometimes an opinion is just, I like it, or I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan is such a useful phrase.
It's polite, it's clear, and it's not dramatic.
Exactly, way better than I hate it in many situations.
Unless you really do hate it.
Even then, maybe be careful.
Especially at work.
So let's talk about opinions in professional settings for a minute.
Ooh, okay.
Because that's where people are most afraid.
Understandably, your opinion can affect your image.
So in meetings, people often use indirect language.
Like, I wonder if we should consider another option.
That's such a classic.
You're giving an opinion, but it sounds like a question.
Very sneaky.
Very effective.
Or, I'm not sure this is the best use of our time.
Which actually means, I think this is a bad idea.
Exactly, corporate translation.
So, learners need to understand that opinions are often hidden.
Yes, listening for opinions is just as important as giving them.
And context matters. The same sentence can mean different things.
Like sarcasm.
Oh, no, sarcasm.
That's advanced level opinion giving.
We're not opening that door today.
Not today, but one more thing I want to mention is asking for opinions.
Oh, that's good.
Because inviting opinions makes conversation easier.
And it takes pressure off you.
Exactly. You can say, what do you think? Or how do you feel about that?
Or do you agree? Simple but powerful.
And when someone shares their opinion, you don't have to respond immediately with your own.
You can react first, like, that's interesting, or I've never thought about it that way.
Those phrases show engagement, not silence.
Silence can be misinterpreted.
Especially in English-speaking cultures, people might think you're bored or annoyed.
When really, you're just translating in your head.
Exactly. So small reaction phrases help a lot.
So yeah, giving opinions is emotional, cultural, strategic.
And totally learnable.
Definitely. And we're still not done talking about it. You know what we haven't really talked about yet? Opinions when you're not asked for them.
Ooh, dangerous territory.
Very dangerous. Because sometimes you have an opinion and it's just sitting there.
Waiting, judging.
And you're like, should I say this? Should I not say this?
And English actually has a lot of ways to test the water before giving an opinion.
Yes, I love that phrase, test the water, because that's exactly what it is.
Like dipping one toe into the conversation.
Exactly. So instead of just saying your opinion, you might start with, can I be honest?
Which already signals, okay, something is coming.
Or, this might sound a bit harsh, but
That one makes people brace themselves.
yeah, they're like, all right, I'm ready.
Another good one is, I don't know if this is relevant, but
Which is funny because it's usually relevant.
always relevant.
But these phrases give the listener a chance to mentally prepare.
And if you're worried about being rude, you can even ask permission.
Like, do you want my opinion?
That phrase can save friendships.
Truly. Because sometimes the answer is no.
And that's okay.
It really is. Not every situation needs your opinion,
Even if you have a great one.
especially if you have a great one.
So another thing learners ask about is emotional opinions.
Yes.
Like opinions about personal topics, relationships, life choices, appearance.
Oh, wow. Yeah, those are sensitive.
And English tends to be careful there.
Very careful. You'll hear a lot of, I feel like, instead of, I think.
That's a big distinction.
I think sounds logical. I feel sounds emotional and personal.
So if you say, I feel like you're overworking yourself, it sounds caring.
If you say, I think you're making bad decisions, not so caring.
Not great. Same idea, very different impact.
And sometimes adding just one word changes everything.
Like a bit.
Yes, a bit is doing so much work.
I think this is a bit confusing versus this is confusing.
One invites discussion, the other sounds like a complaint.
And native speakers love these little softening words.
Kind of, maybe, a little, sort of.
Sort of is my favorite. It's so vague.
It's beautifully vague. And vagueness can be a feature, not a bug.
Especially when giving opinions.
Now, let's talk about opinions you change over time.
Oh, that's a good one. Because people sometimes think changing your opinion makes you look weak.
But actually, it makes you look thoughtful.
Exactly. And English has nice phrases for that.
Like, I used to think, but now I feel.
Or, I've kind of changed my mind about that.
That phrase is very natural.
And it shows growth, not uncertainty.
And in conversation, it can actually deepen the discussion.
Because people are like, oh, what changed?
And then you're talking again. Boom.
Opinions create momentum.
Another tricky area is giving opinions when you disagree with someone older or more senior.
Ah, yes, power dynamics.
Exactly. At work, with teachers, with family.
That's where indirect opinions really shine.
Like, I might be mistaken, but
Or, from my perspective,
that phrase is very respectful.
it says this is where I'm standing, not where everyone must stand.
Nicely said.
Thank you. I had time to think while you were talking.
See, interruptions can be productive.
They can, as long as they're gentle.
Another thing learners worry about is accent and confidence.
Yes, they think if my accent is strong, my opinion won't be taken seriously.
Which is not true.
Not true at all. Content matters more than accent.
And confidence comes from clarity, not perfection.
Exactly. Clear, simple opinions beat complex, confusing ones.
You don't need fancy vocabulary.
I like it, I don't like it, I'm not sure, all valid.
And actually saying, I'm not sure, is an opinion.
Yes, that's such an important point.
Uncertainty is still a position.
And it's an honest one.
So if you're ever stuck, it's okay to say, I don't really have a strong opinion on that.
That sentence is incredibly useful.
And very natural.
So yeah, opinions don't have to be loud to be real.
Sometimes the quiet ones are the most powerful.
Wow, we're getting philosophical again.
It happens.
So, after all this talking about opinions, I kind of feel like we should give some opinions about giving opinions.
Very on brand for us.
Extremely. But honestly, if there's one opinion I have, it's that people overthink this.
Yes, I completely agree. And look at us, agreement already.
See, giving opinions successfully.
Gold star. But yeah, learners often think, I need the perfect sentence.
When really you just need a sentence.
A clear one, a human one.
With pauses, maybe a few uhs.
Maybe a nervous laugh.
Especially a nervous laugh.
Because that's real conversation. And opinions live in conversation, not textbooks.
Exactly. And the more you practice giving opinions, the easier it gets.
Even if at first your opinion is just, I'm not sure yet.
That's still participating,
And participation builds confidence.
which then makes your opinions stronger, clearer, more natural.
And you start noticing patterns, like how people soften things,
Or how they disagree politely.
or how they completely avoid giving an opinion and somehow still sound engaged.
That's an art form.
It really is. But one thing I want to say, this is my opinion, by the way, is that you don't need to sound like a native speaker.
Oh, absolutely.
Your goal isn't perfection, it's connection.
Wow, that's good.
Thank you. I've been waiting to say that.
And I agree, people respond to sincerity way more than perfect grammar.
So if your opinion is honest and your tone is kind, most people will meet you halfway.
Even if you mess up a tense.
Or forget a preposition.
Or say the where you don't need it.
The tragedy.
So maybe a good challenge for listeners, not that we're telling you what to do,
Just a suggestion.
just a gentle opinion, is to practice giving small opinions every day.
Yes, low stakes opinions.
Like, I think this coffee is pretty good.
Or, I'm not a big fan of this song.
Or, I prefer working in the morning.
These are safe, everyday opinions.
And they help you get comfortable with the language patterns.
And with the feeling of giving an opinion.
Because once that fear goes away, conversation becomes fun.
And opinions are what make conversations interesting.
Imagine a world where everyone only states facts.
Horrible. So boring.
It is raining. The meeting is at 3.
No spice, no personality.
Opinions are the spice.
Nice metaphor.
Thank you. I'm full of them today.
So before we wrap up, yes, now we are wrapping up.
Aloud, this is part 5.
Exactly. We just want to say your voice matters.
Your opinions matter,
Even if they're quiet.
even if they're uncertain.
Even if they start with, I might be wrong, but...
Especially then.
So if you enjoyed this episode of English Podcast,
And you want more conversational English like this,
make sure to follow the podcast
and share it with someone who's learning English,
or someone who has very strong opinions and needs to soften them a bit.
we all know that person.
We do. Maybe we are that person.
Possibly. In my opinion.
In my opinion, too.
All right, that's it for today.
Bye, everyone.